Yes or no? Break spaghetti before cooking them.
No.
Right. Cappuccino at lunch.
No.
Pasta carbonara with cream.
Oh, pasta carbonara with cream.
Oh my God. Maurizio, Anthony, nice to meet you.
Piacere.
Piacere mio. This is our studio, the best blend.
Beautiful.
Here's Simone from Calabria.
Hey.
Santino Marella, vero nome Anthony Carelli, è il wrestler WWE più amato dal pubblico italiano negli ultimi 20 anni. Tutto ebbe inizio il 16 aprile 2007 in un forum di assago pieno di fan arrivati da tutta Italia. Santino, pescato a caso dal pubblico, esordisce a sorpresa e diventa il nuovo campione intercontinentale. In poche settimane è uno dei personaggi più amati e divertenti di Raw e SmackDown. È un bravissimo lottatore, ma le skill che lo fanno esplodere sono quelle di intrattenitore e di comico, con tempi comici, mimica, inventiva e una straordinaria capacità di improvvisazione. Nella sua carriera in WWE detiene il record di eliminazione più rapida dalla Royal Rumble, ma anche 2 titoli intercontinentali, un titolo tag team, un titolo degli Stati Uniti e soprattutto il titolo di Miss WrestleMania. Questa è la storia di un perfetto sconosciuto diventato l'italiano più famoso del mondo del wrestling. Santino Marella!
Welcome.
Mio personaggio.
From Sanfili, Calabria.
From Santino
Calabria. But where do you come from?
My father came from Santino Calabria. He moved to Canada, so I was born in Canada. When I had an opportunity to become this character, Santino, I took advantage of the opportunity and to connect with my culture. I studied the language. I'm halfway there. And I became an Italian citizen. I have 2 passports.
Wow, cool.
My father's side is from Italy. My mother is basically a Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
What language was spoken at home when you were a child?
When my parents got married, they lived with my father's side. My mother learned to speak with a Calabrese dialect.
Wow.
And everybody is like very shocked, like, how did she learn this? But in our house, we spoke English at home.
And do you know some words in Italian?
Yeah, parlo italiano un po', lentamente.
Lentamente.
Piano piano.
Now, I'd like to watch with you the clip of your 2007 debut in Milan.
Oh, wow.
Fans saw someone picked from the crowd win the Intercontinental Championship. Let's watch it together and please tell me what you felt and remember about this night.
Who wants to get into the ring with a MAGA? Who does? Let the guy in.
Wow.
First of all, do you understand English?
23.
Where are you from?
Santino Calabria.
I wasn't in the crowd, but Paolo.
I was there.
Paolo were there. But if I was there, I believe you. Because you're believable when you say Santino Calabria.
If I said Roma, but it's such a small, random place that it's very believable. Yeah.
Yeah, but the accent was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
The language was good.
Well, it's interesting because everybody knows it's a show, but for this moment, so many people were really confused. They say, did this just happen? And the moment before, Vince says, you, and I say, me? And I say, or him. And this guy was a fan. He was just a fan. He's shocked, saying, I think he's talking to you. And I said, I think he's talking to you. So the confusion made it very real.
Yeah.
How did you prepare for this?
Oh my God. We just talked about it one time.
Just one time?
One time, the same day.
The same day.
So they called me on Friday and said, hey, I had a Russian character, Boris.
Okay, yes.
And they called me and said, hey, Boris, can you speak Italian? And I said, sure, yeah, of course. And they said, okay, say something. And I said, oh man. So I used to listen to a tape for tourism.
Okay.
So I said, vorrei un mezzo chilo di formaggio. And I'm on a speakerphone, and they go, okay, can you say something else? I said, dammi un bicchiere di vino rosso. Something, because on the tape it was to order in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, I can go, that sounds good.
Sounds Italian.
Sounds good, yeah. Okay, you're gonna go tomorrow to Italy and you might debut. I was driving in the car. My friend, I hung up. He goes, what? I go, I think I'm going to Italy tomorrow. They sent me my passport. Now it's Saturday. I land on Sunday. And this is Monday. So it was really, really fast. And I was thinking they're going to find out I can't speak Italian and they're going to change their mind. So I was trying to, stay quiet.
Undercover.
Yeah. And then we did it, and it went well, and everybody believed it. So it was a success. You know, I realized that this is my one shot in life to make this incredible moment happen. So lots of talking to myself and say, you are prepared. You are prepared. Whew. This is what you train for. Trying to build my confidence, and it turned out pretty good.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hey, soccer chance.
What the hell does that mean?
Do you know what that song is?
No, I know it's from
Seven Nation Army.
Yeah, Seven Nation Army.
Po, 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 po. But when we won the World Cup,
Yeah.
we sang po, 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 po.
Okay.
It was the year before.
2006.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
With France.
With France in the finals.
Yes.
How in the hell is it all on you?
Great physique, huh?
Mr. McMahon's on
Great shape.
Santino! Oh, Umaga.
Yeah, someone in the crowd with the boots.
Because at this time it was very popular to wear the red Ferrari
Yes.
boots from Puma boots. Yeah, his manager Armando Alejandro Estrada, I trained with him in OVW, so I knew him. But this day was the first time I met Vince, first time I met Umaga. When I got on the bus in the morning to go to the building, I knew a couple people from OVW. Most people in WWE, they thought I was somebody that worked in the office in Europe. They didn't know who I was. It was an interesting day.
Oh!
Wow.
What do you think now?
Umaga. Look out! And Lashley slam. Side the head of Umaga. Now Umaga's down.
What a night.
They're putting Santino on top. The kill. What? Yes! 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 The ring on is the coveted.
It's
Well,
crazy.
what's you feeling now?
It's crazy now because it changed my life this night. It changed my family history. It changed everything. Because it's 6 hours ahead, one of my friends was on the computer. He said, Santino Marella wins the Intercontinental Challenge. I wonder if that's Anthony. So he didn't say anything to my friends. So maybe 10 of my friends were at one guy's house watching. Vince made a mistake. In the beginning, he said, "Do you understand English?"
Okay.
So then he didn't give me a chance to say my name. So one of the cameramen said, "Ask him his name again." He didn't get it. So Vince said, "Oh yeah, and by the way, what's your name?"
And by the way,
So when I said Santino Marella, my friend goes, "Oh my God, that's him." So my friends went crazy. They wanted to go in the car, beeping the horn with the flags. And in Toronto, we have a huge Italian population. When Italy won the World Cup, the streets of Toronto are packed like a parade.
Wow.
You can't walk. And people in Italy, when they see the celebration in Toronto, they're like, "What?" It's crazy. So it was a big celebration back home.
you were in the crowd from the beginning?
No,
Or no?
Well, this is close to the beginning of the show. They put me in my seat. When Vince came out, everybody went to the railing.
Yeah.
I didn't. I said, oh my God. I said, he's not going to see me. Because maybe 4 or 5 people in front of me. Then slowly they went back to the seats. And then when Umaga came out, again, they went, oh my God, again.
Second chance.
I'm going to miss my chance. And I said, Vince, he can't see me. And then when Vince said, does anybody want to get in there? I went first and pushed people, and I got to the front. So I was relieved.
Santino Marella è in qualche modo uno dei tasselli fondamentali che hanno contribuito a costruire la mia amicizia con Paolo. Sì, perché entrambi amiamo e seguiamo il wrestling sin da quando eravamo bambini. E quando ci siamo conosciuti nel 2010 e abbiamo iniziato a condividere interessi e opinioni, il wrestling è stato un gancio fortissimo. Anni dopo, ormai diventati non solo amici ma anche soci, abbiamo deciso di girare Vita da Wrestler nel 2021 e poi nel 2023 andare a vedere WrestleMania. Praticamente siamo entrati nel mondo del wrestling italiano con la SIW. Insomma, siamo dei grandi fan del wrestling e quando possiamo viaggiamo per vedere show in Italia o all'estero. E se non possiamo ci troviamo per guardare i grandi show WWE online. Quando si naviga sul web per questo o qualsiasi altro motivo, avere a portata di mano un servizio come NordVPN ti dà una marcia in più. NordVPN è il più popolare servizio di VPN che non solo consente di accedere a contenuti geolocalizzati, ma protegge anche il tuo dispositivo quando navighi connesso a reti wifi pubbliche come quelle delle stazioni, aeroporti, insomma in giro. Il tutto mantenendo tutta la velocità di navigazione grazie ai server super performanti di NordVPN. Inoltre c'è il servizio incluso Threat Protection Pro che, se cercando un berretto autografato da John Cena capiti su un sito di truffa, ti avvisa subito ed eviti che ad esempio ti clonino la carta di credito. Alla fine, per chi come noi viaggia tanto e non vuole perdersi gli ultimi eventi di wrestling in contemporanea con gli USA, ma anche per chiunque vuole navigare in totale serenità, NordVPN VPN è fondamentale. Che siate fan del wrestling o meno, per proteggere la vostra sicurezza online scaricate NordVPN. Grazie all'offerta esclusiva che trovate al link che vi lascio in descrizione avrete 4 mesi extra in omaggio. Approfittatene ora ragazzi, io torno da Santino, che uno così è meglio non farlo arrabbiare.
Yeah, thank you. I love it. They should make a cologne. I always have the best time in Italy. I've had great experiences from the Vatican. I was there, it was my birthday when Pope Francisco was elected. It was amazing. My wife and I, we prayed in the Vatican, and within 2 weeks she was pregnant. Last year I went to San Vili, where Santino's from.
of course, yeah.
I was telling my wife today we want to come look for a house maybe in Puglia area.
Puglia.
It's actually not the first time we meet. You were traveling with Seamus in 2009. You were waiting for a connecting flight in Houston. I came to you. I had hair without beard, and you were very nice. Like we had a nice chat.
2009?
2009. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, young guys, eh?
Yeah. And I asked
Bimbo.
Seamus to take the photo because I didn't know who he was.
That's even better.
In a few days, WWE will return to Italy with a television show.
March.
SmackDown in Bologna, 21 March.
Yep.
Of course, we will be there. And your episode of Raw will not be the only one in history anymore. Should we expect something of the same magnitude happening again, or times are different now?
Well, it's interesting because this was Vince's idea because he wanted to do something to grow the popularity in Italy. Now, I know the popularity came down a little bit, but I think now it's coming back up. So my daughter wrestles in NXT.
Yes.
And I believe this year she'll be called up. So I messaged her yesterday and said, hey, see if you can debut in Bologna.
It would be great.
It'd be historical. I don't know if she is, but that would be amazing.
Let's call Vince.
Let's call her. You have his number?
Of course.
Vince is not there.
Triple H.
Triple H, of course. Yeah, let's call Triple H. You have the Triple H number, right?
I have one, but he doesn't answer.
So, the character of Santino Marella was born that night.
Yes. There was a wrestler named Gorilla Monsoon. And Gorilla Monsoon's last name was Marella.
Okay.
And he had a son named Joey Marella who was a referee. He died in a car accident. So when they gave me the name Marella, I knew it was for Gorilla Monsoon. 2 years later, they told me Santino was from the Godfather movie.
Yeah.
It's funny because back home I have friends, the Santino family. And
the Santino as a last name.
Last name, yeah.
Did debuting as a champion create a challenge for you?
It did for a short time. And then when they get to know me, they said, this guy's okay. You know? Also, in wrestling, if everybody is focusing on you, it's for a short time because something's going to happen and take the focus away. And a couple days, you know, everything's changing so fast.
So fast.
It wasn't a problem, really. Everyone
They look at you.
They say, he's one of us.
Okay.
He's crazy like us.
Pro wrestling, as we know today, was born in America and later spread worldwide. So the moves have English names, but today I'd like to translate some moves into Italian and teach them to you in our native language. We have chokeslam, strozza e sbatti.
Strozza.
Strozza e sbatti.
Okay.
Frog splash.
Okay.
Lo schizzo della rana.
Lo schizzo della rana.
Boston crab.
Yeah.
Il granchio di Boston. Okay. Ankle lock, lucchetto alla caviglia.
Lucchetto alla caviglia.
Lucchetto.
The lock?
Yeah, the lock.
Of the ankle.
Lucchetto alla caviglia. Then we have spear, la lancia.
Alla lancia, yeah.
Chop, costoletta.
Costoletta is chop?
Yeah, it's chop.
Chop is like
Pork
a...
chop.
Like pork chop.
Oh, that's a different chop. Yeah. Chop is like we chop wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I prefer costoletta.
Okay.
Pile driver.
Okay.
Il battipalo.
Battipalo?
Battipalo.
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 That's
okay. Now we have a battipalo. Clothesline. La corda per stendere I panni.
La corda per...
You know the rope.
Yeah, for laundry?
Yeah. But it's too long to say.
Yeah.
When you catch la corda per stendere I panni. It's too long to say. Big boots. Lo stivalone.
The stivalone is big boots?
Stivale is a boot.
Boots, yeah.
Stivalone is a big boot.
Oh, okay.
We have camel clutch. La frizione del cammello.
Frizione del cammello.
The camel clutch. And the cobra. Il cobra.
Yeah, not la cobra. Il cobra.
Il.
Yeah, I made a mistake once on an Italian show. I said, non ti preoccupare, porto la cobra. And everybody said, oh, no, il cobra. And then when I came, there were signs saying la cobra, la cobra.
What you prefer?
Oh, man, la lancia.
La lancia.
Do you think Bruno Sammartino would approve the translation?
I think so, yeah. He was my father's favorite too. He was very, very strong.
So, the cobra is not a snake. This is an Italian song.
Yeah.
Il cobra non è un serpente. But Santino's are. I studied and trained for wrestling, but I never found a coach to teach me this move.
And nobody knows
So,
it.
now that you're here in front of me, I'm lucky. Would you be my coach and teach me the cobra?
No, I'm sorry. I cannot do that.
It's a secret.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, so first you have to put your arm out straight. And then you chop the wrist, but don't bend the elbow, just the wrist.
Just the wrist.
Yeah, and then the elbow. And then turn. And there you go. And you strike. There's a nerve
Yeah.
right here. Can I show
Like-
you? Right here. Yeah,
Like Spock.
okay.
I'm a good sailor.
If you hit it, it stuns you for 3 seconds. And the origin is actually a kung fu move.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty effective.
So let's
99.99% effective. Only one person ever kicked out with the sleeve, Daniel Bryan. And without the sleeve,
Never again.
without the sleeve was Sheamus.
Ah, you're a photographer.
Yeah, your buddy.
So let's rehearse.
Okay.
The arm.
And everyone thinks because
Oh, yeah.
Italian,
It's the Italian snake. It's the Italian cobra. No, you know.
and then here, yeah, and then you have to grab it this way, yeah. Some people do this. It's not the way. You have
No,
to grab
no.
it.
Poor cobra.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like him. Poor cobra.
And that's it. Step.
And then
Yeah.
Paolo.
One of my most proudest moments, I found out that Cobra was banned in school in England, Australia, the United States. Not every school, but that's cool because that means many kids were doing it. You know? It's a popular move.
We have something in common. A few years ago, I made a docu-series
Yeah.
where I pursued wrestling and debuted in Italy. The following year, I did another series where I trained as I became a drag queen for a live show. You did both
Yeah,
when you became Santina.
yeah, my sister.
So how did the character come about and what do you remember for the time?
Oh my God.
We have it.
Santina, first and foremost, looking better than ever, looking phenomenal. The gear, the makeup, everything.
This is in 2020,
Surprise
right?
entry tonight.
I debuted 8 years ago in 2012 right here in Houston. And it's so incredible for these young athletes to share their Royal Rumble with me. And the fans made me feel so welcome, so special. It was amazing.
So in this video, I have COVID.
Really?
I was so sick. Otherwise, I would look better, you know? They called me to do the Royal Rumble, and I get there and I find out I have to be Santina. Oh, man. The story was I was dating Beth Phoenix. And Beth Phoenix is a very strong woman, very dominant woman, and Santino is insecure, but he wants to show her that men are superior
Yes.
athletes. So he dressed as a woman to go into the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. And it was supposed to be only one night, but it was so funny to Vince that Santina stayed around for, I think, 3 or 4 months. So
Because it's very
it's
fun.
not easy getting all the eyelashes and makeup and
This is me as a drag.
damn, that was good, man.
Oh, you too.
Oh, God.
But this promo is something crazy.
Well, it's funny because we never said on WWE television that it's me. We always said it's my sister. So I never admitted on TV that it's me.
It's you?
Yeah. I mean, oh man. I think I just said it now.
Surprise!
And Santa Claus too.
During your career, who did you have the best relationship with inside and outside of the ring?
For my first 3 years, I rode with Randy Orton and myself. When you ride with somebody, man, you spend so much time with them, you know. In the car, we drive on average 4 hours per night. And then sometimes share a hotel room, you work out together, eat together. That was my first real road partner. Then the next 3 years was Vladimir Kozlov, my tag team partner. When you're a tag team partner, man, it's like you're married, you know, you're together.
Yeah.
24/7, and even when we go home, we go out for dinner, and we spend a lot of time together. Both guys are amazing people. And then the last few years, I was with Brodus Clay and Damian Sandow, and us three together all the time. The very funny car, everyone just constant joking, making fun of Damian Sandow sat in the back seat.
You drive or
I'm the
you-
driver, yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust anybody else.
Like me. In the last year, you have been active in a different role. as a general manager in another popular wrestling organization, TNA Wrestling. How did you evolve your character? Did you get inspiration from famous Italian business manager or coaches?
Well, yeah, so Scott D'Amore, he was the president of TNA at the time. And he asked me a couple times, but it wasn't a good time for me. I was running my business and coaching and a new family. I have small children as well. And then finally it felt right. So he invited me one more time and I said, let's do it. Because I was finished with being on the road and being Santino. It was nice to be Anthony again.
Your identity.
My identity's back, yeah. It was interesting, you know, when I left WWE, I got the phone call that they're not going to extend my contract. From this point, you know, you're released. And it wasn't a bad feeling. It was like a very interesting feeling. Like I'm me again. Like, was it a dream? You know, it's like waking up from a dream. It was incredible. And then I just became Anthony. And in 2021, somebody from WWE forgot to renew the trademark for Santino Marella. So Scott D'Amore, when he hires WWE, former WWE people, he always checks the trademark. And he said, oh, wow, it's open. And he bought it. So I was able to debut or return as Santino Marella. So it was very big news that I was able to keep my name. And for inspiration, it's just my family, my friends. So I was born in the 70s in Canada, and it was a really interesting time. My whole high school was all first generation Canadians. I think more than 80% Portuguese, mostly Italian, Polish, Maltese, Croatian. My high school was very funny because everybody's parents had an accent. So for example, Santino says, son of my gun. That's my next door neighbor, Ivan, says son of a gun. So a lot of the inspiration for the character is just my friends, parents, my grandparents, my uncles, and
from your life.
Experiences from life.
Yeah, that's true. For many years, you were the Italian in WWE. How do you become Italian when you're not Italian?
We grew up pretty Italian with our cultures, our food. We make wine, we make sausages, and we eat pasta every day. The culture growing up was pretty Italian at home. The Canadian kids, they have like a soft bread, and we have paninos, and mortadella, and capocollo. Becoming an Italian citizen was special for me.
You came back to your origin.
Yeah, and my daughter got it too. So I can say, no, now I am Italian.
We have the proof you are very Italian. Send the clip.
You are Santino!
Santino!
Sandusky!
Santino!
Santico!
Santino!
Santoco!
Santino!
Santokyo!
Santino!
Santadista!
Santino!
Santa Maria!
Santino!
Tuxedo!
Tuxedo!
Santino!
Santino! Mannaggia le madere! Mi chiamo Santino Marella!
Mannaggia la
Miseria. Not Madonna.
No, it's wrong. Miseria. One of the greatest mystery of WWE is Mannaggia la miseria.
Nobody in WWE knows.
Of course, yes.
But the next day I saw on the Italian website, oh my God, Santino said Mannaggia la miseria. And it was funny. But.
You were looking for the Italian media when you were doing something?
Somebody from home sent me, like, my cousins actually.
Okay.
They said, yeah, everyone's talking about what you said in Italy. And something, because the writers, they don't know any Italian, so.
You could say everything.
I can swear, I can say stuff.
This clip was everywhere in Italy, everywhere.
That's awesome.
Okay, we have the final test to see how much Italian you've already become as Santino Marella. This is a quiz. You have to answer yes or no.
Okay.
Music. Break spaghetti before cooking them.
No. God.
Right. No. That's right. 1. Cappuccino at lunch.
No.
You did it!
No.
It was a macchiato. It was a macchiato. Era macchiato. Pasta alla carbonara with cream.
Oh, pasta carbonara with cream. I think that's okay. A little bit of cream and make it like a rosé, you know?
No.
No, okay.
Do you know Totti last name?
The soccer player?
Yeah.
I thought Totti was the last name.
Yeah. Okay. We have a tongue twister.
Uh-oh.
3 tigri contro 3 tigri.
3 tigri contro 3 tigri. 3 tigri contro 3 tigri.
Good. Okay. The last one. Italian gestures. I will do the gestures. You have to say what it is.
Okay.
So.
Mezzo mezzo.
No.
Uh-oh.
Try with 2 hands.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Andiamo neno. Oh, fuck. He talks too much?
No, this is not too much.
He's scared?
Yeah, you're scared, right?
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
It's everything.
Okay.
Actually, it's for everything.
Okay.
What do you want?
Oh, hold on. Someone just told me this one. Like he's brilliant?
Yeah, we can accept it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sgamato. Come traduci sgamato? Sharp.
Sharp,
Yeah,
okay,
sharp.
okay. Affamato.
Yes.
Okay.
Affamato. And the last one.
That's a Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an Italian gesture, but
His last name is Bolea. His grandfather was Italian.
Santino, Bolea, San Martino. The wrestling is
I
Italian.
think Macho Man too. I think his family name is Poffo, yeah. Italian.
Anthony, thank you so much
Thank you.
to be my guest. Sono molto emozionato di aver avuto Santino Marella come ospiti, il grande Anthony. Vi lascio in grafica, in descrizione, tutti i link dove poterlo seguire su tutti i suoi social. E noi ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No cream in the pasta.
Voglio ringraziare in particolar modo Alessandro Maria Bosio, che ha fatto sì che Santino Marella fosse in Italia per il suo evento Bestia Slam, un grande evento di wrestling italiano che, se siete del nord Italia, vi consiglio assolutamente di andare a vedere. Vi lascio in descrizione tutti i loro link e i loro social. E se facessi un tour vabbè, dai, è apparso in grafica, lo leggete. Date città, ci vediamo lì.